Ready for this topic? I know I am.
Well, I'm ready for this topic. The snow and ice is gone here in my area of North Carolina, so I'm ready about anything now.
Okay, so before you know it, it'll be saying it's 70 degrees in a month from
Yeah.
now, and I'll be like saying, we're lucky to hit 50. All right, our topic today is the timeline taxonomy, planning for rules that don't even exist yet. Well, okay. That's called really planning. So what do you mean by planning for rules that don't exist yet, Alan?
Well, Neil, it means planning for direction, not details. Laws don't appear overnight. They move through signals, incentives, pilot programs, enforcement shifts, and public narrative long before they're finalized. I mean, some of these laws take years to get enforced, but if you get ahead of everything, it's much, much better for you.
And you're seeing what's happening ahead of the curve. And that's what you have to do. You have to be more, that's why you're called strategic wealth strategy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you're just going to go like normal, you're going to miss out on so many things. So, what do most people wait until rules are officially passed? Why do most people wait until rules are officially passed?
Well, first off, because they're trained to plan reactively. I tell people, I said, when's the last time your financial advisor, your CPA, your attorney, or financial or uh, CPA ever give you any proactive advice? It's all reactive, and that's what people do here. They plan reactively. Advisors are taught to follow written law, not interpret momentum. By the time a rule is official, the best planning windows have already closed. And if you don't plan proactively, you're going to lose tens of thousands, if not possibly millions of dollars in undue taxes that you don't have to pay because you've got to have a plan for it.
Yep. What are the early warning signs that a new rule is coming?
Well, changes in reporting requirements, enforcement priorities, which is very, very large, language used by regulators, the temporary trial programs, and incentives that quietly push behavior in a certain direction. Now, Neil, these are just breadcrumbs, not coincidences.
Why are high net worth individuals more exposed to future rules?
Well, I'll tell you really because the new rules are usually aimed at scale, income, assets, visibility, or influence. Even a rule starts small, it always expands upward.
And this is where you look at Congress, right? And what they're looking next to pass, especially for high net worth individuals.
Absolutely.
What's the risk of waiting for clarity instead of planning early?
Well, clarity often comes with constraint. Once rules are defined, flexibility disappears. Absolutely, just disappears. Early planning preserves optionality, and then, of course, your late management manages damage.
Very good. What does proactive, timeline aware planning actually look like?
Well, Neil, it's like I've said when you and I first started, you got to have a plan. If you don't have a plan, make a plan. If you do have a plan, you've got to improve on it all the time, whether it's monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, or annually. But it means structuring wealth to stay adaptable, diversifying tax exposure, which is absolutely huge, adding irreversible moves, and preserving control over timing. You're not predicting the future, but you're preparing for the multiple futures
All
because
right.
everything changes all the time, Neil, and people are not prepared for it.
Totally. All the time. And what is the best place people can contact you, Alan?
Well, Neil, first off, I don't charge for my consultations. It's all about education. But you can call me at 910-551-1046, or you can go to my website, which I have a plethora of information. I've got probably hundreds of videos on there, and I got my own YouTube station, Alan Poor YouTube. But that website is www.strategicwealthstrategies.com, and my email is, strategicwealth, the number zero at gmail.com.
All right.
Everybody needs to have this information because if they don't, it's going to affect their financial future. And not only for them, but for their families also.
All right, Alan. That was the Strategic Wealth Strategies